All right, it's June 18th, 2022. We're here in Marshall, North Carolina to continue on our quest to visit every town center in the state. What a beautiful day to be here after all the oppressing heat that was down in the Piedmont and the humidity that I had to suffer through last week. So I'm up here today and it's a cool morning and we're going to walk through this town. So let's get started. If you look back right here at this natural food store, there's a Mermaids in Marshall mural right there, and that represents a festival they have every year, and they had it on June 4th this year. And I was going to come to it, but I missed out. Had to do something else, and I just couldn't make it. But I definitely want to come up here and do that. It looks like it's a lot of fun to have a parade through town, a lot of events here, and just interested that they have a mermaid festival here in the mountains. You can see the railroad tracks is right there, and the river's right on the other side there, and we'll look at it in a minute. And we're coming up on their fire department right now. But yeah, Marshall's right up against these steep mountains on the left there. You can see there's a beautiful church right there, and it just climbs on up. And then on the other side, like I said, it's got the river there behind the fire department here. Kind of has everything on this one street through town. And at one time this would have been a bustling town. I like that sign, Mad Company Brew House. It had been a bustling town because it was a drover town. People would drive their animals back and forth along this road to sell and trade and do whatever back in the day. Yeah, it's like a nice place to come in and get you a drink. I don't know if you can see it, it's dark in there because of the setting I got right now. Yeah, and we're working on this building. The sun's coming right at me. I hope that ain't messing up the camera. I think we'll switch over right here and have the buildings block it a little bit, and we'll come back the other way. Pisgah Legal Services up there. Yeah, it might be a little bit better. But yeah, it would have been animals coming back and forth down through here as they drove their animals back and forth through these mountains, all up past Hot Springs and down toward Asheville and so on. And then eventually that train came through here and built a railroad line, and that brought more businesses and all that. It says tack on that building here. I don't know what they do though. I almost want to say a tattoo place, but they don't say that. There's some law offices right there. And Marshall's Main Street Cafe on the left here. Looks like a great place to eat breakfast. Yeah, see people in there now. Eat inside or out. You can see people back there. Here's the courthouse. It is the county seat and Sons. We'll look at that when we come back, so we don't have to face the sun. Now, I see they're missing all of this. And a lot of towns have these. I think even in my town of Lexington, they're putting these in. Marion has them, but they have the Declaration of Independence and all these United States Constitution, Bill of Rights here. So I'm hoping that they're going to put all that back, because that was one of the better things I've seen in front of these courthouses. Yeah. Definitely feel like everybody's ignoring the Declaration, the Constitution, and all that these days. So we definitely we need to be reminded places like this. Yeah, and then of course the road they built through here was called the Bumpkin Turnpike, and it's completed in 1827 from Saluda Gap to Bumpkin County Courthouse and along the French Broad River by way of the Barnards and Warm Springs to Tennessee. Line served as the major trade route through the mountains of western North Carolina until 1882. So yeah, this was the major trade route. And like I said, that road was built along the river, and the railroad's still here today. I guess David Vance stock stand owned by Vance, father of Governor Zebulon Vance, stood a few yards to the east. The stand or inn was also the home of the Vance family for a few years. Yeah, so that had been a place where people stopped to rest and got supplies, I suppose. But yeah, before this town was even in here, the animal trail would have followed the river through the mountains because it was the easiest way through. And then, of course, the Indians followed those trails, and then the settlers followed those trails, and finally they made it wide enough for wagons, horses, and just kept building until we're here to what it is today. This is to honor Edward Rector, a native of Madison County, proudly served in World War II. That's good they honored them. So this was something here, and it's missing. I'll bet it was for the Civil War. A lot of Civil War activity took place here. I hope that they ain't going to remove that. I mean, that's part of history, part of what this town was, and you got to remember your history and look at it for what it was. You can't just cover everything up. The good and bad, it's got to be known. You repeat yourself. Yeah, that's an interesting courthouse, but like I said, I want the sun shining into it right now, so we're going to keep moving. There's another thing that's becoming obsolete, I'm finding out, is these water spigots have all been turned off. You can get water anywhere. You need something to drink now, you got to go buy it in a bottle, plastic bottle, of course, that all these big companies claim they're for the environment, but they sure don't mind selling their stuff in plastic all day long. And then it ends up in these rivers and beautiful streams. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's keep on moving. That's the Zuma Coffee House, I think's what that is. We'll look at it on the way back. Alright. Get out of that sun. I think we're alright though. Yeah, there we go. Now we can look at it. I just love these old courthouses. Got a cash point right up here in the wall. Whatever this building is, I want to say this was a bank at one time. I don't know if it's a bank now. It says Banker's Hours, working, whatever that means. You can see important building back in the day. Let's see what it says here. The clock dedicated in memory of Craig Rudisill in '56. And I see a Banker's Hours, co-working. So I don't know what they do here now. It's on the register. Yeah, Bank of French Broad was in here, and there's their deposit box. Yeah, looks like it had curved windows up there at one time too. Some people over there talking this morning, having a good time. And you can see how steep that bank is. Look up there at that house. Yeah. Must be a road goes right through there. Story Cottage, 1850. Enchanted Mountains. I don't know if you can stay there, or is it a shop, or what. You people live here, let me know. Let us all know. Yeah. Let's look at the other side as we walk along. Got a beautiful blue house right here. I'm assuming it's a private residence. Yeah, so here's the North Carolina Civil Wars Trail. You'll find this information for people who are interested in that war, and it'll talk about what happened in these areas. I'm not going to go over that today, but if you're interested, these things are all over North Carolina and Virginia. I guess all up and down the southeast and up north too, I guess. I've never been up there to see one, but I'm assuming. There's Marshall's in the 1870s with two-story White Island house on right and courthouse behind it. Alright, so that's where we are, and that's what it kind of looked like in the 1870s. Got a little bridge back there. There's the sheriff, Chef Merrill. Yeah, I bet he didn't take no crap. First Baptist Church of Marshall here. I said Marshall. I've been to Marshall though. You can check that video out if you want to. Got a lot of videos. Like I said, I'm visiting every town center in North Carolina. French Broad Lodge, number 292. If all economists were laid end to end, and they would not reach a conclusion. I like that. A husband is what's left of the lower lover once the nerve has been extracted. I'm not sure what that means. Whenever I choose between two evils, I always like to try the one I haven't tried yet, Mae West. Everything's there to 63 South Main. No stupid people allowed beyond that point. I like that. So I'm assuming it is a used bookstore and other stuff, and I like to see those in these towns. When fascism comes to America, it will be wrapped in a flag and carrying a cross. Never heard that before. Chastity, the most unnatural of the sexual perversions. There's different sayings there. There's a look at the area on a map. Alright, let's get out of that window. I know I'm boring y'all. Here's that steep road goes up to that house. Yeah, here's a tattoo, natural canvas tattoo, and this was an old gas station. I'm assuming it looks like it for sure. Pumps have been removed, but that's what it was, I bet you. Alright, let's go on down. It's a long town. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll go look at something real quick. Yeah, I like walking around these towns early in the morning when things aren't open. You don't have to deal with a lot of crowds, and you can kind of snoop around. See how the town really is. It looks like a little cave back here. I'm gonna have to reset everything. Hold on so you can see in there. What was this? Trash back here now. Old log beam. You guys live here. Let me know what this used to be. I guess somebody just throws trash in here now. That's a shame. Maybe there was a business or something built here, and that was the back of it. Now it's just grass up there now. That's interesting. Alright, let's set everything back here. Get our exposure so we don't get them flashing skies. You'll see them in some of my older videos. My sister's place is back there. I've seen that name in other towns. I'm not sure what they do. Donations. So it's going to be a charity. Alrighty, let's keep going here. Found my sister's attic. Guess you can go in there and buy clothes, stuff like that. There's the post office. I guess these are little units you can rent right here in this building. Need some paint on them. Guess wooden doors here. Looks like they're working in there. There's nothing in there right now. The Sweet Monkey Takeout Bakery must be right here. And we're closed to the public. Guess they just bake for the non-public. Third Thursdays, Marshall. Downtown Marshall. Evenings. Galleries, studios, shops. I guess they do maybe some music here. They got the dates they do it on. Yeah, third Thursdays. It's probably a lot of fun. Hippies. U side door. It's a bike shop in there. Yeah, all these towns I've been going to got these bike shops. Looks like some uptown, upstairs areas you might be able to rent right above the North Carolina license plate agency and the Ivy and the Poet. Vince Vintage. It's a bake shop. Still closed this morning. And they'll be open around, what time they open up? 10 to 6, 10 to, something like that. Got another one of these little pieces of artwork here. People riding. Try to get a picture of that straight on. It's interesting. Oh, got a nice cool breeze coming through here now. We're down here at the Presbyterian Church here on the other end, and there's a few more businesses out through there, but when I come in, there's a depot down there, but I don't know that it was worth walking down there too. So we're going to turn right here. The building's starting to get a little run down as you're going out, but yeah, if you're in town, you might want to walk down there and check that out. One car coming through here to keep me from crossing. And they're turning. So let's walk on over. I can be a slow frogger today. Ain't got to be in no rush. Cold Feed and Lumber Company. You got the little manger scene there. So I guess that's what you used to do in this building. Yeah, you can go under right back there. That's kind of cool. There's another art gallery here at 152, and a lonely doll just kind of hanging out in the window there. Let's see, sales center right there, Wild River Preserve. So I guess that's where you can come in and buy you some property. Please come in, they're open to the public. Yeah, Sweetwater, Azalea, they building all up in these mountains. They made the roads so easy. You know, you come up 40, then you hit these 4-lane roads all through the mountains these days. It's just so easy to get up here. People that wouldn't normally come now. And Engine House Designs. Maybe that was the old fire station right there at one time. I don't know. We're talking about them roads. Excuse me. There's some flamingos for you to view. Yeah, talking about those roads. I was coming up. I came up 40 and turned. I think it's 26. It's a 4-lane coming up through there now. And goes all the way up through the mountains. It's just so boring riding along there. And as soon as I got a chance, I turned off on the curvy road to head into town here and got over by the river. And I was so happy to. I can't remember, it was Ivy something, or maybe a couple of different named roads going through there. You guys live here, I'm sure you know. But yeah, turned off there, got to go curving back and forth like the old school roads I was used to as a kid when I come to the mountains. And rocks right up against the edge of the cars as you go around the curves, and tree lines just covered in shade. And come down through one curve, and there was a couple of hogs out by the road, and the owner was out there trying to get them back in. She waved at me, and it just made me smile. And it's just great to travel roads like that. And you know, they're a little more difficult, and if you get behind a slow car, they slow you down. But I much prefer traveling in the mountains like that than I do these new roads that are meant to make things easy, and they do, but it takes the fun out of driving in the mountains, if you ask me. That's just my opinion. What y'all think? There's your one stoplight. I think it's one stoplight. There might be another one down at the other end. I don't remember. Yeah, I think we'll keep going. Looks like there's some kind of plant over on the other side there. So you got Spring Shelton Company here. This was a wholesale grocer at one time, Cold Feed Lumber Company, all those things that you would have needed driving, if you was driving some animals or down through here back and forth to trade, or just traveling along that Bumpkin County Highway there, and you need to stop in here and take a break. Yeah, there wouldn't have been no bypass 4 lanes back then. You'd come up through Ashland, you'd come up along this river all the way up through there to Hot Springs, which is a town we're going to next. all your traffic would have come down through here, and that was a boom for the town. And then when they made bypasses, of course, things slowed down. But in the same way that they caused them to slow down, they kind of saved them too, because towns got to stay kind of like they were originally. And they're making a comeback now with all these little shops, and people are learning, you know, hey, I want to come down and go off to these towns and see these independent businesses and one-off shops you can't find anywhere else. Lordy, I drove up here, every exit had the same olds as you went along. That was just so boring. And people are learning. It's a lot more fun to come down, take the slow road through Madison County here, stop in these little towns and relax and just have a good time. Spend some money in the shops. And a lot of people's thinking it's so nice they decided to move here, and that's why you had that realty company back there selling all that property. Yeah, you got a Main Street Comics right here. Yeah, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man. This shop here, modern off-grid store, selling solar generators and coolers and automatic egg incubators. They get you ready to be off-grid. I wonder how much off-grid their store is. I wonder if they got solar panels up there. Probably not, but you get the idea. A lot of people don't try to get off the grid. It's interesting why they got that mannequin dressed up there with the wood around it. Yeah, a lot of people trying to get off grid, at least to some extent, in case something ever happens to the power. That's not a bad idea. South Main, second floor, Jack Sorokin, I can't say his name. Half Studios, got herbs and flowers up there. You can go in there and check those out when they're open. Like I said, it's probably not in 9:30 yet. Carolina Flowers, Mercantile, Gear, Home Gifts. Got a nice shop in there. The Mashburn building here. I don't know what it is. It's offices in there, certified accountant. There's a look back. Got a food truck party. Comes June 23rd. Right here. Advertising that on the church. I want to roll with God. I said, that's cool. Got Penland and Sons department store here. This is a cool building here. I like that. Got the old metal awning and old block glass. Yeah, shops just like you was seen back in the day are still being represented by Penland and Sons. And I think this would be a great shop to go into when you're in town. Got all kinds of books you can buy, Appalachian Trail books. Of course, that's nearby as well. Yeah, Studio 46. I guess they do art. Sherry Fine Art, and it's closed today, but I see some pictures. I don't know that y'all be able to see it. There's a woman. Different photographs on the walls, but reflection's probably messing that up for you. Liberating Ministries right here, faith-based counseling. Got Nationwide in town. Earl County Insurance. Shady Side Florist. Yeah, I just love the display windows, because even when they're not open, you can enjoy a walk through town. Check out the little red truck there. Seems like I see little red trucks everywhere I'm going these days. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And we've got attorney at law, Stephen Huff. And we've got a paint shop here, Bowman Hardware. Got an old walkway up to the top. Usually there's a door on these. So I've never seen one just open like that. Yeah, here's the hardware store. It's open today. Old hardware, got everything you need, so much better than the major store, especially if you just need a little small item. You can walk in there and they say, oh, yeah, right here it is, and they'll get it for you. You ain't got to buy a whole case of it to get one little thing. of wand and earth. Herbs and incense, I guess. Crystals, jewelry. Good vibes. And got little lights all lit up in there. It's probably a cool place to visit. Flow, handmade adornment, body and home here at Flow. Yeah. Look at that snake right there. Can you see him? Huh. Yeah, you got a nice little decorated window there. Yeah, I guess this is a cow. Priestess cow, I don't know. Got his little thing swing back and forth and them hats on. Y'all tell me, I don't know. Yeah, all these areas are open with stairs going up. Here's the buildings being worked on. Bailey's Branch right here. There's another look at the courthouse from a distance. Well, let's take a turn. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit as we cross Jerry Plemons Way here. Yeah, I got a Sadie's Market Deli and Delivery right there. That's the door for Sadie's shop. And there's a look at the back street there. Back over to where we was talking about the feed and lumber company. Yeah, it's nice and clean. You got this property of U.S. Weather Bureau, interference prohibited. Looks like a flood gauge. I know this town has flooded before. I wonder how high it got. Somebody comment below and let us know. Yeah, it's right on the side of the old Marshall Jail Hotel Bar. Yeah, they got the planters, got bars on them. Got these old metal things on the top and bars over the door. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Wednesday through Saturday, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. They did say bar, right? Hotel bar. I don't know if it's a hotel, but I guess for a bar, that's a little early. Let's look inside. Yeah. They got a beautiful bar in there, and you walk through one of the jail, I guess it's in a jail cell. You can go in there and get you some drinks, or you can sit out here on these tables. You can see the theme is carried throughout. And I like that. Good job on that. Got a nice little seating area back here with lights where you can sit. Got shovels they use for decoration on the top. That's a good idea. Got these old radiators that would heat up houses as a wall. I can remember those things were in my elementary school back in the 60s. Yeah, and I renovated a house in Mooresville, North Carolina, and I had to move them things out of there, and those things are heavy. They did the job. Yeah, there's a look down at that beautiful river. I guess when you sit out here and the train comes by, you get the wind from it, and probably sit out here. I know there's some town where people moon a train when it comes by. I wouldn't be surprised if a few drunks have done that here. It's just beautiful back here along the French Broad River. Yep, this is where the old Buncombe Turnpike Road would have passed, the old Indian trails and the old road they made as they went along. That's pretty cool. They got this bridge right here. And some cars coming across it. We'll let them cross real quick. Yeah, they got this bridge right here where crosses the French Broad River, and I saw a video on the Mermaid Festival, and this is where they cross with their parade. Come across there's mermaids and pirates and fish and everything else. I'm not sure if that's a school down there, but that's I think it's where it has some vendors set up, and of course in town as well. You can see some other people over there taking pictures today. It's starting to get crowded here as the morning goes on. Man, look at that nice little place to sit out back there if you own that. Hey, that's nice. It's a great town. Got some shops that are empty. If you want to start a business here, come on here and check them out. I think this town's really going to expand. It's not far from Asheville. And, you know, if you want to get away from those crowds, you can come up here and start your business up here, and I think you'd do good. Alright, let's go back up to the main street there and take a left and see if there's anything else before we end this video. Yeah, there's the little information board. Tells you about all the activities. Yeah, it was the Mermaid Festival. Had to cook off and parade and live music, arts and crafts. I hate to miss that. I'm gonna make it next year. So it was June 4th this year. All right, passing by the Zuma coffee shop. It's empty right now. Looks like everybody's over there at Marshall's Main Street Cafe. Well, I think that's about it. We did the Mad Co. Company brew house. There's a little mural. Let's check that out before we end this. What's it say? The Artist's Kitchen. I don't know where the kitchen is, but I got some places for you to sit there. I don't know. Y'all comment below if you know. All right, I think we're gonna call it right here. Looking back through town. Hope you enjoyed this walk and talk tour of Marshall, North Carolina. If you did, I appreciate it. If you like, subscribe, and share. Y'all take care.